Hello, John Jenkins here. As we bid farewell to 2023, I reflect on a year that began with challenges, debt, mental, and emotional struggles. Yet I've learned it's perfectly fine to face tough times. It's okay to not be okay all the time. Whilst 2023 didn't start well, it doesn't dictate how next year will fare. Here's my journey through 2023, a year that turned out to be unexpectedly remarkable. I hope your 2024 can too. January is a real proud dad moment for me. Arthur made his footballing debut. His first game was a comeback story. Came on as a sub, losing 2-1. He assisted both goals to win the match 3-2. He absolutely ran his socks off. But seeing the joy in his face was a reminder of the life skills that team sports offer. Something that I enjoyed at his age and still look back on with fond memories today. February took Emma and I to Rome. It was our first trip abroad without the children, just the two of us in the 17 years we've been together. It was a budget-friendly trip funded by Christmas gifts from family as we simply couldn't afford to get away. The history, culture and beauty of Rome was absolutely mesmerising. I can't put into words how amazing that trip was. It's the quality of the people we share experiences with and not the size of the budget that's important when creating memories. In March we celebrated Kara's birthday. The family dove into a murder mystery evening. I played the part of Hugely Grin Butt, a character full of quirks. The night was full of belly laughter, good food and togetherness, proving that some of life's best moments happen right at home amongst family and friends. April was all about work. Amidst the early starts, late nights, and onto my 11th consecutive weekend of working, I actually found a strange contentment. This period was critical in overturning those financial worries. Undoing the damage of the last 3 years in the space of 4 months felt really good. May brought about our first family holiday in years down to Somerset. It was a great chance to disconnect from work and reconnect with the family. It was made more special by the fact that I didn't use credit cards and overdraft to pay. I actually used my own money. The joy of simple shared moments was the main highlight. The Wi-Fi in Somerset can be described as patchy at best, and it was absolutely glorious. The glorious weather continued into June. My highlight of the month was a stag do at Royal Ascot. Apart from the thrilling races and the corporate hospitality, it was a much needed break from day-to-day life. If anything, this experience was just a reminder to me that occasionally we need to let loose and enjoy life's simple pleasures. And what way better than to enjoy sun, music, friendship, and of course, a copious amount of cider. In July, we took Nanny Eileen to revisit places from her past. Though her memory didn't quite match the present. Wherever she remembered days out picnicking with Grandad Jim, this wasn't actually it. But it did serve as a poignant reminder of the beauty of making new memories, even as we cherish the old traditions. After working intensively for the first half of 2023, August was a nice break in Tenerife. Our all-inclusive trip was a rare experience for us. It's just the second time we've been abroad as a family and the first one in 7 years. The only time in my life that I've been all-inclusive. I don't think I'd do it again, although it did offer insights into the nature of excess. It was a lesson in appreciating what we have without overindulgence. Ultimately, too much of a good thing can bring out the worst in people, especially at the food buffet. September was all about slowing down. I joined my brother Rob for a fishing trip, which actually turned out to be less about fishing, more about relaxation, watching football, having a barbecue and a few beers. It was a day of simplicity and male bonding. I now fully understand the gone fishing signs. It has nothing to do with fishing at all. It's all about just trying not to be busy. The first time I ever left the UK was as a fresh-faced 19-year-old on a stag do to Amsterdam. Can you imagine the carnage? But boy, what an adventure. In October, Emma and I revisited Amsterdam, this time exploring its other side, rich in architecture and culture. The trip, unlike my youthful adventure, was just about soaking up the city's serene beauty and historical charm. Sometimes in life you just got to kick back, let your hair down and relax. November saw me return to the football arena for the first time in 14 years after a hip injury. At the beginning of 2023, I would have laughed at the notion of you saying I'd play football ever again. It was a nostalgic and awesome experience, more so because it was for a charity match for Macmillan Cancer Care. Playing football again was not just about the sport, but also contributing to a cause, and ultimately proving to Arthur that I don't just shout from the sidelines on a Sunday morning, I do in fact have a bit of game as well. I loved it so much I'm now playing once a week and looking forward to more charity matches in 2024. Any excuse to treat myself to the greatest football boots ever made, which are of course the Adidas Copa Mondiales. As the year winds down, December is always a time for family. It's also a period of reflection and making tough decisions. Like parting with hindsight, my project of 10 years. I've realised that true change comes through people, not just technology. That's what I'll be concentrating my efforts on in 2024 and beyond. For me, humans are going to be the next shiny thing. 2023 for me was about discovering the power and purpose of community. A large part of that is getting involved with the You Are the Media Club. It's been a turning point for me this year. Being a part of something is important, especially for those of us who feel isolated in their day-to-day work after the pandemic. I leave this year without financial burdens, but a heart full of gratitude. Remember, whatever 2023 was for you, 2024 holds new possibilities. It's all about the choices we make and the paths we choose to walk.